Hi, everyone. Thank you for stopping by Propspector.ai, where we help you find the most distressed homes on market and off market. Now, how our solution works is you submit us a zip code and the number of homes that you want us to check. Now, our AI system reviews all the homes that you want us to check within a zip code and then ranks each home in regards to how much distress each of those homes individually has. Now, what's imperative to getting the most value out of Propspector.ai is by sending us a zip code that is going to have a lot of distressed homes. So in this video, I'm going to take you through our process for finding distressed zip codes. And the way that we do that is we use a free and easy tool that we're all familiar with, Zillow. So I'm going to jump to Zillow right now. And once I'm on Zillow, in the search bar here, I'm going to input the city that I'm targeting for my wholesaling business or real estate investment business. So I'm going to just select Tacoma, Washington for this example. Once Zillow pulls up the homes it has on file for Zillow or for Tacoma, Washington, I'm going to remove the boundary. I'm going to set this filter for homes sold. And now I'm going to set the maximum price for homes sold that I want to look at, let's say, is 250K, right? And the reason why I'm selecting such a low sales price is I'm looking for homes that are likely sold due to being extremely distressed. So from there, I'm going to go to home type. And I am going to only have houses selected. So I'm going to deselect townhomes, multifamily, condos, lots and lands, apartments, and manufactured homes. I'm going to apply this filter. And then I am going to zoom in a little bit further on Tacoma, Washington. Now on the right-hand side, you can see a grid style search for the homes that have recently sold under 250K. Now from here, I'm just going to open 5 different homes. So I'm going to select this home right here because it shows significant signs of distress. I open a tab on that one. This home also does. Let's keep looking here. This home also shows signs of distress. Let's see what else we can find. We'll add this home as well. Sold for 185K. Let's keep searching here. Here's another good home. It's got a tarp on the roof. All right, so I've selected 5 different homes from the Tacoma, Washington surrounding area. So what I'm going to do here is just quickly look at each 5 of these homes and see which zip code they're located in. So obviously when I click into 6702 South C Street, I get a ton of information on this home, specifically the images of this home, but also I can come down and just learn a little bit more on why this home is being sold. As you can see, the seller was selling it to investors. So very likely an investor had bought this home. So what I'm going to take note on is the zip code here. So this home has zip code 98408. So I'm just going to put that zip code into my notes. Okay. Now I'm going to jump over to the next home, 1305 East 68th Street, Tacoma, Washington. Again, there's a lot of good information on this home and why it's sold. You can take the time to review that if you would like. Again, charming fixer-upper. But what I'm really looking for is this zip code up here. So I see 98404. So I'm going to add that zip code into my notes. We're going to jump over to the next home. And really, we're just looking for distressed homes, right? So that's the point of this search, just to see if there's distressed homes being sold in this area. Again, this distressed home, you can just tell by the pictures it's in real rough shape. It's in zip code 98404. So I'm going to add that to my notes section here. Great. Now jumping over to 7007 South Puget Sound Avenue. I'm just going to see that this zip code is 98409, so I'm going to put that into my notes as well. And here we go, another distressed home. It's got a tarp on the roof, zip code 98418. Okay, so we've looked at 5 different homes around the Tacoma, Washington area, and 2 of them have the same zip code, 98404. So what I'm going to do now is search this zip code to see if there's flipping activity in that zip code. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to homes for sale. I'm going to apply that filter. I'm going to put the price point of, let's say, $499,000 on the minimum price point. And the maximum price point, we are going to do $800K. And we are going to then, from here, put in the zip code 98404. So what I'm doing here, guys, is I'm looking, oops, that did not go through. Put that in again, 98404. Okay, so what I'm looking here for, guys, is homes that look like they have recently been flipped, right? Because that tells me that homes in this area are being flipped, and there's lots of flipping activity, which would tell me that there's more distressed homes in this neighborhood and a good zip code to target. So on the right-hand side, I am looking for 3 key things. One is fresh paint and fresh and new appliances. Second one is if the home is completely empty. And third one is if the home is obviously staged. These 3 things, although you don't need all 3 of them, clearly, you can have them individually tell you that a home has recently been flipped. So just looking through here, okay, this home looks like it's got fresh paint on the exterior, so that's a sign that it may have been flipped. I'm going to open that home up. Let's see what else we can find here. Okay, I'm going to open this one up as well, and then I'm going to open this one and this one. So now we got 4 homes open from the Zillow search. And again, I'm looking at the zip code that had the most distressed homes that have recently sold that I looked at. I've got the filter for sale for price points minimum 500K, 499 to 800K. I could have actually filtered this further even down by just going and searching houses, although all the properties that I selected just then are houses, but you can filter that even further. So let's look at 8044 East D Street. Okay, so what do I see here? This house was built in 1958. Okay, it's just loading up. Let's take a look. Okay. Yeah, so while looking at this home, a couple things jump out at me. First, this home isn't empty and it doesn't look staged. So this house is likely not a new flip. So what I did once I saw those things, saw those triggers, I went to price history and I looked at just when this home was last sold, and that was in June of 22 for 572K. So what I can tell though is in 2019 this home was sold for 283 and then it sold for 572 and 22. So there was likely work done in the house during that time period. But over the last year, this house hasn't been flipped. But it likely did have some flip work between 2019 and 2022. So we'll chalk that up as a home that was recently flipped. Okay. Now let's look at home 1440 East 40th Street, Tacoma, Washington. Okay, so right away, yep, this home is empty. Now they do have, they're using like CGI or whatever to put in different furniture in here. But as you can tell, the home is empty. The home was built in 2017 though, so I catch that right away. So this home was not recently flipped. It's a brand new home. It's a newer home. So that's not a flip. We'll move on to 6515. Now here's a good looking home. And why I think it could be a good potential flip here, why it's likely I think going to be a flip, is fresh paint. Also, the home is built in 1946. So let's just take a quick look further. This home to me looks like a classic staged home. Homes that have recently been renovated, you'll also see quite often is that it's been fully painted white interior. So, okay, this home looks flipped to me. Let's just scroll down a bit further. See if this home has recently sold. Yep. So it sold in March of 22 for 311K, and now it's selling for 525K. So this home was definitely worked on. We might be able to see some things here. Completely remodeled, right? So this home has been flipped. So 2 to 3 homes have recently been flipped. Let's jump over to 1160 East 40th Street. This home right here, built in 2023, so this home has not recently been flipped. Now, 2 out of the 4 homes that I just looked at have been flipped in the last 5 years or so, 4 or 5 years. So this would tell me that this zip code has a decent amount of flipping activity happening. Now, I just took you through a quick tutorial on how to find distressed zip codes. Now, I only looked at a few different homes. You can definitely expand this much more, right? So if you want to look and review, let's say 20 distressed homes, and then find 3 or 4 zip codes you want to look at, and then from there, look at those zip codes and see how many homes are for sale that look like they've recently been flipped, and then filter down for which zip code you want to send to Propspector.ai to analyze. That's a really good way to get more value out of our solution. So thank you for letting me walk you through this. If you do have any questions, please reach out to us and support. Thank you and have a great rest of your day.